Hello everyone, my name is Dinesh Verma and I am going to present my EDA capstone project on Airbnb booking analysis. This project involved conducting an EDA on the Airbnb NYC 2019 dataset to gain insights into various aspects of Airbnb accommodations in New York City. The dataset contains information about Airbnb listings in New York City during the year 2019. Airbnb is a popular online marketplace that allows individuals to rent out their properties or spare rooms to guests. It has gained significant attraction globally and has transformed the hospitality industry. Airbnb provides an alternative lodging options for travelers, offering a diverse range of accommodations, including apartments, houses, private rooms, and shared rooms. Hosts can list their properties on the platform, while guests can search and book accommodations based on their preference and budget. The following steps were followed in the EDA process: data loading, data inspection, variable understanding, data cleaning, summary statistics of the data, univariate, bivariate, and multivariate analysis, data visualization and storytelling, solution to business objectives, and finally conclusion. Key findings included the concentration of listing among a small number of hosts, with Manhattan having the highest percentage of listings. The analysis also highlighted the popularity of entire homes, apartments, and private rooms over shared rooms. Manhattan emerged as the costliest location, while the Bronx offered more affordable options. There was a positive correlation between the number of reviews and reviews per month column, indicating sustained popularity. Based on these conclusions, potential business solutions include diversifying hosts and listings, optimize, optimizing pricing strategies, enhancing the review and booking experience, expanding to unreserved areas, strengthening host management, targeted marketing, and improving data transparency. Overall, the project provided valuable insights into the Airbnb rental market in New York and offered potential strategies for hosts, guests, and Airbnb as a platform to optimize their operations and enhance the overall experience for all stakeholders involved. The problem is to conduct exploratory data analysis on the Airbnb New York 2019 dataset in order to identify the factors that, that significantly impact rental prices in New York City. The analysis aims to uncover patterns, relationships, and trends with the dataset to gain insights into the real market dynamics of the Airbnb in New York. Key areas of investigation include the influence of location, property characteristics, availability, neighborhood, host attributes, customer reviews, ratings, average reviews on rental prices. The goal is to provide actionable insights for hosts, guests, and Airbnb to make informed decisions regarding pricing strategies, property selections, and investment opportunities. By understanding the key drivers of rental prices, stakeholders can optimize their Airbnb listings, improve profitability, and enhance the overall experience for guests and hosts in the vibrant rental market of New York City. The business objective is to help hosts optimize their listings and improve their revenue and help guests make more informed decisions when booking a stay in NYC by providing insights into the factors that influence the popularity. and pricing of Airbnb listings in the city. In short, to gain a deeper understanding of the market dynamics and trends so that the company can use the insights to improve its platform and services and better meet the needs of its users. So after importing the important libraries and loading loading the data after loading the data set, this is the first look of the data set and the shape of the data set is there are 14 8,895 rows and 16 columns. There are no there are no duplicate values and there are some null values in name column. There are 16 null values in host name column. There are 21 null values and there are 10,052 null values in last review and reviews per month column. We can also visualize null values by the heat map. Here we can see that last review and review per month column have null values. This is the summary statistics of the dataset. Here we can see that there are some listings whose minimum value is 0. So for the data analysis, we are using that listings whose price is greater than 0. And we can also see that there are the 75% of the listings lies under the $175 of price. So for the data analysis, mostly we will use prices below the $175 and above $175 to show relations with other features or variables. Variable description. So ID is the unique ID of that listing. Name of the listing, host, unique host IDs of the host name of the host, neighborhood group, location in New York City, neighborhood, area in that particular location of New York City, latitude and longitude columns are latitudinal and longitudinal range, room type of listings, price, price of listings, minimum nights to be paid for, number of reviews is the number of review, a last review, content of the last review, reviews per month is the average number of reviews or data listings received per month in 2019. Calculated host listing count is the total number of listings that host has on Airbnb. Availability 365, the listings whose availability around the year. I have dropped I have dropped some columns like ID, name, host name, and last name for our data analysis. I have deleted it because name, host name, and last review columns, ID and name are irrelevant and insignificant to our data analysis for the privacy, confidentiality, and for the ethical reasons. I have not used the host name column. Last review column is the date of the last review, and there are around 20% null values. That's why I have dropped it. I have replaced null values in reviews per month column with zero point 0 because null values mean that their average review is 0 of that particular listing, and from that and there is a one thing inside that there are 35.86% listings that are not available throughout the year. So we come to the our data visualization and storytelling part. So I have plotted bar plot on top 10 host IDs. So from this the, From this bar graph, we can see that there is a good distribution between top 10 hosts with the most listings, and the first host the first host has more than 300 plus listings, and the data shows that there is a large concentration of listings among a small number of hosts. Pie chart on neighborhood group, that is a univariate analysis. From this pie chart, we can clearly see that there are 44.3% of the total listings that are listed in Manhattan, followed by the Brooklyn by 41.1%, and the Queens has only 11.6%, Bronx has 2.2%, and Staten Island has 0.8% of the total listings. And top 10 neighborhood and bottom 10 neighborhood group, that is a univariate analysis. From this bar graph, we can see that Williamsburg has most number of listings, followed by the Bedford, Stuyvesant, and the bottom 10 neighborhood are Willowbrook, Woodrow, Roseville, New Drop, Richmond Town, Fort Wadsworth, that has only one listing. Pie chart on room type, that is a univariate analysis. From this, we can see that there are 52.0% of listings for the entire home or apartment, and there are 45.7% listings that are private room, and only say room has only 2.4% of the total listings. So we can say that most of the hosts prefer to rent the entire home or apartment and private room, and not to prefer rent share room. Dist plot on numerical columns. From these dist plots, we can say that all the variables are right skewed, that all columns are right skewed in distribution. Box plot on numerical columns, that is a univariate analysis. So from these box plots, we can see that there are some data points in minimum nights, reviews per month, and calculated host listings count that are very far away from that, means they have outliers. And availability 365 has good distribution comparing to other numerical columns. Price of the property by the room type. As we can see from these box plots that entire home or apartment is more costly than the private room, and shared room is cheaper than two. And from this data frame, we can see that minimum price is $10 for every room type, and maximum price is $10,000 for entire home or apartment, and 1800 for shared room. And from this, we can see that there are only few listings that have higher prices. Price per neighborhood group, that is a bivariate analysis. So from these box plots and bar graph, we can see that the average price of Manhattan is higher, followed by the Brooklyn, and the average price of Bronx is minimum, followed by the Queens. So we can conclude that the Manhattan is costlier location and Bronx is the cheapest location. And from this data frame, we can see that Bronx maximum price is only $2,500, but other location price is 2 times to 4 times higher. Price per neighborhood grouped by their room type, that is a multivariate analysis. So from these bar graphs, we can conclude that Manhattan, we can conclude that is the price per neighborhood by their room type, and that is the price under $175 per neighborhood group by their room type, and that is the graph whose price is greater than $175 per neighborhood group by their room type. So from all of these graphs, we can conclude that Manhattan is the costlier for all the room types. Manhattan is the costlier location for all the room types. Shared room is not available. Shared room is not available in Staten Island above $175. Below $175, entire home or apartment. Below $175, entire home or apartment average price is high, and above $175, other shared room price is high. Above $175, average price of Bronx, average price of Bronx for shared room and private room is high than the entire home or apartment. Price, price relation to the number of reviews, that is the bivariate analysis. So from these scattered plots, we can conclude that there are only few listings that have more than 300 plus reviews. Um, the listings whose prices are higher have minimum number of reviews. Price relation to the minimum nights. Price relation to the minimum nights, that is a bivariate analysis. So from these scatter plots, we can conclude that there are only 5 listings, 3 and 2 here. There are only 5 listings whose minimum nights are greater than 500. There are no specific trends about the minimum nights and price price relation to the reviews per month, that is the bivariate analysis. So from the scatter plot, we can see that there are only few listings whose reviews per month is between 10 to $20, under 10 to 20 reviews per month, under $175. The higher prices have minimum reviews per month. Price relation to availability 365, that is the bivariate analysis. So that this is the scatter plot uh, for the price under $175 and for the price $175. So we can see that below $175 and greater than $25, the rooms are available around the year, but above $175, very few rooms are available. There are a lot of listings for availability between about 0 to 50 days in a price range under $175. From from the from this 2D density plot, room type location per neighborhood group, that is bivariate analysis. So from this bar graph, we can clearly see that Manhattan has the highest number of listings for entire home or apartment and shared room, while Staten Island has the minimum number of listings. Brooklyn has the maximum number of listings for private room, while Staten Island has the minimum number of listings. Room type location for neighborhood group, that is a bivariate analysis. I have plotted the listings by neighborhood group on the longitudinal and longitude and the latitude. To analyze the graph, we have to compare it with previous neighborhood group pie chart. So we can see that Queens has more area. Queens has Queens has more area than the other location. Queens has uh, Queens has more area than the other locations, but has only 11.6% of the total listings. And Manhattan has the smallest area than the others, but it contributes uh, but it contributes 44.3% of the total listings. Correlation heat map. So that is correlation heat map. So from this correlation heat map, we can see that there is a strong correlation, positive correlation between the number of reviews and reviews per month column. And this indicates that listings with higher review count tend to have higher reviews rates per month, suggesting sustained popularity or increased guest turnover. Calculated host listing counts and availability correlations. There is a moderate positive correlation 0.226 between the calculated host listings count and the availability of listings. This implies that hosts with a higher number of listings tend to have more availability throughout the year. It suggests that hosts managing multiple properties might have a higher capacity to accommodate guests. Apart from these correlations, apart from these correlations, there are only weak positive or negative correlations that can be seen from the chart. This is the pair plot. So from these pair plots, we can see that there are very less linear relationship between the features. Solu- Let's come to solution to business objective. Encourage and attract more hosts to join the platform to increase the variety and number of listings. Implement strategies to support and incentivize new hosts, especially in areas with fewer listings, such as Staten Island and specific neighborhoods with minimal presence. Explore opportunities to expand the Airbnb presence in undeserved areas such as Queens and the Bronx by partnering with local stakeholders, promoting the benefits of hosting, and addressing any specific concerns of challenge. Not all travelers want to rent an entire home or apartment. Some travelers may prefer to rent a private room or a shared room. By offering a variety of listing types, Airbnb can appeal to a wider range of travelers. Some listings have very much high prices compared to other listings. Airbnb should consider it. So the final conclusion of this project is there are many listings available under $175. but availability decreases for higher priced listings. Manhattan has the higher percentage of listings, 44.3%, followed by Brooklyn 41.1%, and Queens with 11.6%, and Bronx has only 2.2%, and Staten Island has only 0.8%. Entire home or apartments are the most popular type of listings with 52%, followed by private rooms with 45.7%, and a smaller portion of shared rooms with 2.4%. Entire homes apartments are generally more expensive, while shared rooms are the cheapest options. Manhattan is the costlier location, while the Bronx is the cheapest. Manhattan has the most listings for entire homes or apartments and shared rooms, while Brooklyn has the most listings for private rooms. There is a large concentration of listings among a small number of hosts, with the first host having more than 300 listings. Hosts with more listings tend to have greater availability throughout the year.